Seems like everywhere I get these alligator clips, they're the same. They work for a little while, then they stop working. And the reason they stop working is the way they've got these wires sandwiched in here. What they do, and I'll just zoom in a little bit here. What they do is they trim the wire back, they fold it over, and then they crimp that down. So let me show you here on this other one. This one I've already taken off. So you can see they've trimmed it, and they've just simply folded this over and then crimped it inside of that clip. Well, that doesn't hold, and if you put any pressure on that at all, it'll come loose. So one of the first things that I do when I get these is I take them apart and I just take a little screwdriver and I separate out those little clamps, and then I take the wire out and then I cut the end off and I restrip it, and then I actually solder it on to the metal here. And surprisingly, it takes solder extremely well. So there's no issue with that, even though this is a little bit of a larger piece of metal. The solder goes on extremely well. And then I will crimp these back down and then put the sleeve back over it. And then I've got a alligator clip that's going to work forever. You're just simply not going to be able to pull that off. So the first thing you need to do is separate these out a little bit, and it's not that hard at all. I've got one of these little screwdrivers that's got a very thin tip on it, and what you want to do is you just want to make sure you don't gouge your finger, but you just want to get in there, and I'll show you real quick here. I'll zoom in, and the trick is to just get the screwdriver underneath one of these, and you don't need to do them both. One will be fine, and then you can usually just bend the other one up just a little tiny bit and get that wire out. But once you've got the wire out, then you can strip this back. And I don't ever use what's already stripped. I always cut this and restrip it, because as you can see, it's pretty much deformed already, and who knows how many of those strands have already been broken off. All right, now that I have that off, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the tip off of this, just like that. And then I'm going to use my wire strippers here, and I'm going to just strip the end off. And we don't need a lot of copper exposed, so just about like that. Actually, maybe just a little bit more, maybe about that much or so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder this back on, but I'm going to solder it on the bottom side of this. So I'm going to fish this through, and then I'm going to have the wire exposed on the bottom. I'm going to grab my little helping hands. I'm going to clamp this in so that it doesn't get away from me. Plus, I can't hold this like I normally would while I'm soldering it, because it'll just simply get too hot. So let's go ahead and fish this through. All right, I have this in the helping hands. Now I have both of them essentially grabbing each other. Otherwise, it's going to pop out. So I've got them each clamped into each other. And then I've got the copper, as you can see, exposed here on the top. And I just have it flattened out. So it's a little bit smooth here. You don't want a big blob there. So I'm going to take my solder and I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of solder on here, and it should take it pretty quick and easily. Because it's a little bit of a larger piece of metal, it will take a few seconds for it to warm up. Then I'll usually just smooth that solder out so that it doesn't have any ridges on it. Now it's going to take a little bit longer to cool than usual, just because this is such a large piece, and you'll be surprised how long that stays hot. So we'll go ahead and let that cool down here for just a second, and then I'll go ahead and clamp in the wire. Now you can see that's soldered on there extremely well, and that's nice and smooth as well, so nothing's going to poke through the plastic covering over it. And as you flip it over, you can see I've got the wire just coming in nicely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to just pinch these two clamps back down so that it holds the casing of the wire in and it doesn't come loose. So to clamp this back in, I usually just use these needle nose pliers, and I usually give them a little bit of a pinch coming in and then also down. And we do want to make sure that this is really in that the wires sheeting here, because we don't want it to come loose. And if you remember when you pulled it apart, you'll notice that it was pretty deep in there. So we want to make sure we replicate that. So we're going to just kind of pinch it around a little bit so that it makes a really good connection so that it doesn't wiggle around at all. So there you have it. That's all done. Now we just have to put this plastic cover back over it, or this little silicone cover on it. Now there is a little bit of a trick to this as well. What you'll notice if you try to do this, it won't actually fit, and it's really hard to stretch that out. So I'll show you a trick real quick on how I get these back on. All right, so my trick is to just use one of these screwdrivers in order to clamp that on, and now that'll let me slide this over without any trouble. And this is actually how I got it off in the first place as well. But once you get that on, then you go ahead and pinch it, and you're good to go. Now what I'll usually do is I'll put a little X right here on the bottom of this clamp, and that'll just be a reminder to me that this one has been soldered back on. So I know that if I grab it, it should always work. And then if I'm not getting a good connection, it's not because this clamp came loose on the connector inside. It must be something else in my circuit. So anyway, that's what I do to all of my Alligator clips. Now this is also a trick that you can do on some of these other clip things as well that you get. These ones don't have wires on them yet, but if you buy some that are already crimped with wires, there's a really good chance that they're going to be that way. And then also just some other banana clips, you'll notice they've got the same problem as well, but the solution's pretty much the same for all of them. So I do this for all of the clips that I've got, and it just takes a few minutes.